Thank you for being with me today. So we're going to start out with just some rapid fire questions. You're going to be responding as if you are your dog. From your dog's point of view. Walks or parks?
Walks.
Squirrels or lizards?
Squirrels.
Squeaky toy or bone?
Squeaky toy.
Mailman or Amazon delivery driver?
Amazon delivery driver.
All right, so let's kind of get into it. Tell me your name and your business name.
My name is Labrina 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐄𝐍𝐒, and my business name is Maryland Canine Training.
Awesome. And how long have you been dog training?
I have been professionally dog training since 2017, but I worked under a trainer for 2 years before that. So since 2015, I've been training dogs.
So what do you love most about your job?
The most that I love about it is just being able to help people. You know, they have a problem and it seems like the end of the world and it's the worst problem ever. And there's one little tiny thing that you do that helps them and they're so happy and so proud that they almost cry. That's my favorite part of it.
Yeah, seeing their eyes just light up. It's just the world. Exactly. Brings all the feelings out there. All right. So tell me about your craziest experience as a dog trainer.
I mean, you know, you could go with the crazy dogs. You know, we always have those like where you're like, whoa, how did you get so crazy like this? But I think the craziest experience that I ever had is we had a hound dog mix of some sort. And he was very, very sweet, but he would flip a switch out of nowhere and he would just start attacking the leash and he would crocodile roll and you could give him treats and he wouldn't care and he'd just take them and then he'd just look at you like he had no idea who you were. You know, it took a really long time to build sort of this relationship with him, but he was a very strange dog. It was crazy to say the least. It was different.
So how did you get past that?
Lots of changing the way that I thought I should be training. You know, I thought it was all this one way and you never do it this way. And, you know, I come to realize that maybe he just needs something different. Maybe he doesn't work out the way that we were taught to train dogs, you know? It was a lot of, you know, let's work together. Let's be friends instead of, you know, trying to say, don't do these behaviors. We ended up having to keep the dog for an extra week. And finally, we ended up working through him and he did awesome. He went back to his family and was a totally different dog. So at the end of the day, it worked out, but it was definitely challenging. That's for sure.
Wow, it's a big one to overcome, it sounds like. All right. So tell me about your most recent success.
She was a bait dog, you could tell, because she had, you know, scars everywhere. And she was the sweetest dog, but so nervous. And, you know, I mean, she would just cower when anyone came near her. So we did a lot of confidence boosting and building that up and, you know, walking with her and teaching her that, you know, I'm not going to feed you off to the wolves. Nothing's going to happen when you're in my care, you know, and working through that was challenging, but it's not something that's uncommon. We get it a lot. And she did a 180. She was this little skinny pit bull thing with scars all over her face who would pee every time you walked by her to this confident dog who sat up and wagged her tail and she was so happy. And I only did a couple of lessons with them and she did awesome.
Oh, that sounds great. What were your goals for 2021? And was Unleashed able to help you out with achieving any of those goals?
Yeah, so our biggest goal, we go by money when we are talking of goals. You know, my biggest goal was to hit 100K, which we did do that. We hit it a couple times actually because, you know, we took money out for other things. So we kept hitting it. We just hit it again a couple days ago. So that was our biggest goal. Our second biggest goal was being able to move out of Kyle's parents or my in-laws, being able to move out of there and having our own space. So being able to do that, which we did in September. So we got our own little apartment and, you know, we just have to do it now. So that was our two biggest goals for 2021 and we hit them both.
Love that. That's great. Did those goals change after starting with us or were those your goals prior to starting with us?
Yeah, they definitely changed after starting because we had clients. Don't get me wrong, but we didn't have the flow and the volume that we have now, that's for sure. So I think actually our original goal was like to hit 50K after the summer or something like that. You know, we started with you guys and not the first month, but the second month, we made a lot of money and that goal changed from 50 to 75 at the end of the summer, which we did also hit. I forgot about that goal too.
Nice. Woohoo! It sounds like you're hitting every goal that you guys are succeeding and you keep moving it up.
Yep. we're getting it.
That is awesome. Can you break down how your days look now compared to before you started with Unleashed?
Yeah, so before we started with Unleashed, Kyle had a little bit more capacity than I did because I still had a part-time job. I went from 1 to 2 clients max a day to having 5 to 6 clients a day every day of the week. And we were hitting like 75 dogs a week.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's awesome. So what are your goals for 2022?
2022, we want to buy a house so we can open a kennel, like a small, kind of take a couple dogs in kind of thing, do some private lessons where people come to us instead of us going to them, which we could take a lot more clients if we didn't have to do that because Maryland is huge. So trying to drive an hour and a half to someone, it's difficult. The other thing is at the end of the year, I want to hit 200K, which I am hoping for. I will say last year we made 170,000.
Wow. So you're really close to that goal already.
Yes, I'm really hoping we get there at least by the end of the year. And then a personal goal of mine is just to open this business I'm opening. I'm trying to go through, and trying to juggle growth. Plus, I'm going back to school for canine nutrition.
Awesome. Love it. Love it. Love it. Anything else you want to share about your experience here?
I mean, I think the numbers say it all for us. Like I was, maybe if I was lucky, had 4 clients at a time before we started with Unleashed. And now, I mean, even in our super duper slow time, I probably have, 20 clients active, just recycling and recycling and recycling. In the summer, it was just even crazier. I don't have anything else that I can really...
Awesome. We truly, truly appreciate it. Well, thank you so much.